Hello everybody. Is this a good angle? What am I supposed to do with my hands? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Izzy, and I like to cook food that makes me feel good. You know, as much as I want to say that I cook healthy foods all the time, I really don't. Like, I love my pasta, and I love my bread, and I love my cheese and cheeseburgers and all the things that aren't conventionally healthy, but they're healthy for my brain. They make me feel good inside. Food brings me joy, and I want to eat food that makes me happy. Simple as that. I don't know how to categorize that kind of cooking. And don't get me wrong, a salad filled with vegetables and colors, like, that excites me too. I love salad. I love all kinds of foods. I don't discriminate in any way. I will try anything once. I always say that. So, all that being said, today we're making eggplant parm. And if eggplant scares you the way it scared me for years and years and years, fear not, because this recipe is a game changer. I did not like eggplant. I didn't like the texture of it. I didn't like anything about it until I had this eggplant parm. These were the last two eggplants at Whole Foods, and this one has seen better days for sure. It's dented all over, but when I go to the store and I see vegetables that have definitely seen better days, I try to get them because other people most likely won't buy them and they'll go to waste, but most of the time it's still a good vegetable or fruit. It's just not the prettiest, but it all tastes the same. First thing you want to do is cut your eggplant into 1/4-inch slices. The reason I cut eggplant so thin is because the one thing that really turns people off of eggplant is the mushy texture that it kind of has if you don't cook it properly or if it's cut too thick. So what I do is cut it to about 1/4 of an inch, like I said, and then I lay all the slices out on paper towel or kitchen towels, and then sprinkle some coarse salt on each of the slices. This helps to extract a lot of the liquid from the eggplant. Eggplants are kind of like a sponge. They absorb liquid very easily. So that's why if you put them in like a really watery dish, they get mushy. That's why you want to extract a lot of the liquid out of the eggplant before you even cook it. And I'm gonna let this sit for 20 to 30 minutes. Some people say that you should salt both sides and let both sides sit, but if you cut it to 1/4 of an inch, I don't think you need to salt both sides. All right, so all my eggplant is salted, and I'm just gonna let this sit for 20 minutes and then we'll be back. I'm back and it's been about 20 minutes. As you can see, there's water droplets all over the top of my eggplant, and that's because the salt helped to extract all the liquid that was inside. So now is the most tedious part of this whole recipe. We have to wash and pat dry each one of these slices of eggplant to get off some of that salt, because if we left all the salt on there, the dish would be way too salty. So let's do that. All of our eggplant slices have been rinsed and dried, and now it's time to bread them. So we're just gonna use a very simple breading: flour, egg, and Italian breadcrumbs. Keeping it easy. So I'm gonna crack 2 eggs on a plate. Gonna give them a good whisk. My dog Murray is crazy for eggs. He's running every time he hears eggs. On another plate, I'm gonna add some flour. And then on the third plate, I'm gonna add some Italian breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper to the breadcrumbs, just for a little extra flavor. I'm also gonna preheat my oven to 375. All right, to bread our eggplant, we're gonna dip it in the flour first, making sure it's covered all over, and then shake off the excess, and then straight into the egg. Make sure you get all that runny egg off of there. And then straight into the breadcrumbs. I like to press it in nice and good to make sure that all the breadcrumbs stick. And that's it. I take it back. This might be the most tedious part of this whole thing, and I had to break open a new container of breadcrumbs. Tedious, but it's worth it, I promise. My eggplant is breaded, and now I'm gonna pop it in the oven at 375 for like 20 minutes, and then we're gonna flip and then bake for like another 10 to 15 minutes. We just really want the eggplant to get nice and crispy. Our eggplant just came out of the oven. It's nice and crispy. Now I'm just slicing up some mozzarella cheese and getting the rest of the ingredients ready to assemble our eggplant parmesan. All you need is mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, I'm gonna be using alla vodka sauce because my fiance doesn't like marinara sauce. So we use alla vodka sauce. And I also like to use a little bit of raw red onion. It's completely optional to use that, but I think it just adds another little depth of flavor that I really love. Now for the assembly, I have a 2-quart baking dish here. And the first thing I'm gonna put down is a layer of the alla vodka sauce. Get a spoon and just spread it out nice and even. And then we're gonna add a layer of the eggplant. Then I'm gonna add a sprinkle of raw red onion. Just a sprinkle. And then a layer of mozzarella cheese. And some Parmesan cheese. And then we're gonna repeat this until we run out of ingredients. Our eggplant parm is all assembled, and now I'm gonna pop it into the oven for about 20 more minutes or until the cheese is nice and melty. Our eggplant parm is done. She's looking gorgeous. I broiled it at the end for like 2 to 3 minutes to get the cheese nice and bubbly on top. And now I'm gonna try to salvage a couple basil leaves off of this dying basil plant to put on top. The moment we've all been waiting for. Time to dig in. Super cheesy. Yum. The key to this dish is cutting the eggplant nice and thin and getting a lot of the excess liquid out so that it's not mushy. And you're good to go. Yum. This is the perfect dish to make if you're having guests over, if you're meal prepping for the week, or if you want to surprise your partner with a nice meal. It's also a great vegetarian option. Look at that cheese. And there you have it, step by step how to make a beautiful eggplant parm. I don't know if you want to call this an eggplant parm casserole. I just call it eggplant parm, but whatever you call it, let me know if you try this recipe. The beauty of cooking is that you can take my recipe and tweak it and make it your own to make it exactly how you like it. Get creative with it, have fun in the kitchen, try new things. Don't be afraid of eggplant, just give it a try. It's actually really good. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, interact. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.